Okay, I can sense that there's a lot of tension going on with you, and I'm just going to kind of like suck that energy out of you, make sure that you're having no bad vibes and kind of going with the flow and groove of life. So let me just kind of like analyze your energy right now. I'm just gonna like feel your vibes, okay? I'm just gonna be feeling your vibes real quick. I don't want to feel your vibes without your consent though. Are you consenting to me feeling out the vibes? Non-physical. It's just me kind of like opening up my third eye and trying to see what I see from your third eye, and kind of like seeing if there's like a connection between our third eyes, and if like, you know, there's too much like disconnection between or fog between our third eyes, which then kind of like creates the sense of, you know, frustration or tension or anxiety or stress that might be kind of lingering in your little pineal gland up there, in your little like, in your little tiny little mini brain, if you will. So do you consent to me kind of like sensing out the vibes and like extracting what I might find to be a little bit like just too like tense or stressed or like too wrapped up in this current world that we're living in right now, and then kind of like erasing that, kind of tossing that away, kind of saying, you know, something, it might come back, but we'll just toss it right back out again. And if you decide to like, you know, untangle it and just kind of permanently disassemble it so that way it just kind of like dissolves into the ocean bubbles that it is, then that is up to you to decide. But right now you just need kind of like a little like loosey-goosey break, you know what I mean? I bet you do. So once again, do I have your consent? Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to be feeling out your vibes just to kind of see what's going on here, okay? Flip around. Okay, I'm just going to be feeling the back of your head. Okay, turn around again. Okay, I'm just going to be sensing the front of your head. Turn around, but only like to 90 degrees, where you're just facing the right. You know something? I don't know my right or my left, but like we gave the name right or left to the direction that we're going, okay? So if I'm going in this direction, I'ma just go in that direction. Does it matter that I call it right or left? No, because I'm going in that direction. Now, I'm gonna be just asking you to turn to the right. So I'm gonna be feeling out your tension. All right. Feeling out this side, feeling out that side, kind of like flowing this down, flowing this down, flowing this down. All right, perfect. Okay, great. Now, I'm going to ask you to look to the left now, okay? I'm just going to be feeling, flowing, flowing. Okay, so I can sense that you're having a lot of like cerebral tension up here, very like above the shoulders, sort of like mustard nonsense. So I'm going to just kind of work your brain out, kind of like plop it out, clean it up, just so that way it becomes a little, you know, it becomes less congested and like all just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like just like and just like make it all like clean it up so that way it's more efficient, and that way when you put it right back in the noggin, you kind of have a brain that's kind of working at optimal speed, efficiently. Oh, you got an essay to write? I'm looking forward to it because I'm going to be piercing through it. Oh, I have a computer program to code. Oh, I'm gonna be enjoying this because I'm going to be piercing through it. Just like this sense of complete and utter ability, no hesitation, no block, no mental block, no obstacle standing in your way. You're gonna be like Bradley Cooper in that one movie, or like Tom Cruise in his life. So we're gonna begin now. Before we start, I'm going to be kind of feeling out the vibes of the rest of your body, kind of examining your shoulders, your spine, and just kind of like feeling out your thighs and your legs and your knees and all of that. Usually when you're stressed, it manifests itself and it's all interconnected and it's all interlocked. So if your shoulders are tense, then that means your spine is going to be stressed. That means your hips are going to be stressed. That means your booty's going to retain a lot of tension. That means your thighs are going to retain a lot of tension. That means your knees are going to start getting all rickety. That means your legs are starting to hurt. And that means your feet are going to have to take on a lot of unnatural and just sort of like funky weight. So do you mind if I sort of feel out the vibes of your body? Okay, perfect. Once again, non-physical. I ain't touching no one's booty, all right? I don't want to touch no one's booty. Poopy come out of the booty. That's disgusting. Disgusting. Anyone who enjoys that part, I don't understand what happened there. What was the mutation? What made you enjoy that? No judgment, no shame. I'm just baffled. Now, let's begin. shake out the demons inside of my muscles. So I'm gonna be just plucking, feeling your shoulders. Okay, I'm just gonna be asking you, tense up your shoulders. Interesting. All right, now do it again. Interesting. Now turn around, tense up your shoulders. Interesting, fascinating. I'm going to be sort of putting my fingers down your spine, not touching your spine, but just sort of like feeling it downwards, all right, perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to be feeling down. I can sense so much heat points coming out of different vertebrae in your spine, which shows that you have a lot of tension in some parts and a lot of relaxation in other parts, which is neither is good. A solid workout, but also a healthy workout is the best. You see, no part should be overworked and no part should be underworked. Every part should be worked just fine. So when one part is heated and one part is cool, it means that one part is going numb and the other part is about to snap. So I'm gonna get that all in realignment. Now I'm gonna be just feeling the energy as I go down. Now turn around. Okay, I'm gonna be feeling the energy as I go down. All right, I see the problem here. Now I'm going to be just plucking some energy from your physical presence, and then I'm going to be focusing the majority of my attention to your cerebral tension, because everything is in the mind. Your perception of reality is in the mind. All right, your perception of what is correct, what isn't correct, your perception of what is and what isn't is all inside the noggin. Now I'm going to be just removing some of this bad juju and tension from your shoulders first. Let's relax. Just detense your shoulders. Detense them. There's no reason to be holding tension there. Detense them. I'm a pinch, detense them. Pinch, detense them. Pinch, detense your shoulders. Pinch, detense. Each time I pinch your shoulders, detense. Pinch. Great. Now I'm going to be just kind of feeling up and down your spine, and just physically through my energetic physical presence, but not my physical presence, just sort of like tapping down your spine. You get me? Yeah, you get me. So turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and I turn around. Okay, I'm just gonna be plucking, or rather tapping, and I'm just gonna be extrapolating, all right, extrapolating all of this tension, all of this stress pulled from your vertebrae, and pulling all of this rope of stress straight from your cranium down your spine, pulling this all out. Let me just clean this off, make it all nice and smooth. I'm gonna grab this new rope of spinal alignment, and I'm gonna just slip it on through your spine, so that way you are rejuvenated and renewed. Now, I'm going to be analyzing your knees now, rickety, like twig sounding. So I'm just going to be just kind of like plucking your knees, okay? You're going to feel like you are currently your knees. So I'm just going to be, that's how in tune you're going to be with your bodies, because you're going to think you're seeing through the eyes of your kneecaps. So I'm just going to be plucking the ricketiness and twig-like nature of your knees, healing it and strengthening it so that way it stands strong like a tree trunk. Now I'm just going to be setting that standard. Your knees will not pop or lock anymore. They are not a dancer. Your knees are not individual dancers. They will not pop or lock anymore. They will just remain as strong as a tree trunk. Now, Let's go back to your brain. The brain. The mother load. I'm going to be just blocking all of this bad energy from your mind and just transforming it into a recycled, renewed, new sense of energy for the cosmos to reshape. Now I'm going to be taking all these bad clumps of energy and just your energy sounds like a goose. And just plopping it right on the ground. Taking all of these energies and just watch me turn this into good energy. I eat the bad energy, I make it into good energy. Just bye-bye. So, turn around. Face me now. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to just continue with your prefrontal cortex now. Prefrontal cortex. Prefrontal cortex. Prefrontal cortex. The frontal, that is pre and cortex. The cortexical frontal pre. Now, if you prefrontal the cortex will no longer be prefrontal. It will be postfrontal cortex. Now, if there's going to be an evolution of mankind, would it not be the postfrontal cortex? What will be the modern day frontal cortex? What is the current frontal cortex? When I think and speak, geese sound within the cosmos, sounding off the migration of my mind from south to north, showing the higher essence, the higher rising of the echelons that the geese do as my brain does. Now, I'm going to be just plucking these tiny little shards from your brain, okay? I'm just going to be plucking these tiny little shards, okay? I'm going to be plucking these tiny little shards from your brain. Oh, this looks like a little particular tiny little shard from your brain. I'm going to be plucking that. I'm going to be plucking this one. Delicious. And I'm going to be plucking this one. I'm going to be plucking that one. I'm going to be plucking this one. I'm going to be plucking that one. I'm going to be plucking this one. I'm going to be plucking that one. I'm going to be plucking this one. I'm going to be plucking that one. I'm going to be plucking this one. Plucking that one. Store that for another time. I gotta clean off the bad juju. Otherwise, I'm gonna be sleeping your bad juju, and I don't want to be sleeping your bad juju. All right, the bad juju cannot be slept in. Bad juju cannot be slept in. It cannot be slept in. You brush that away. You must keep it clean, tidy. Now I'm gonna be just kind of plucking. Okay, I'm going to be just spraying some good vibes on you. Okay, I'm going to be spraying some good vibes on you. Blessing you with the good vibes, all right? In the name of the dank, the weed, and the smoke, you have been blessed by the good vibes, all right? Now I'm going to be asking you to turn around. I'm going to be spraying the back of your head with some good vibes. Okay? Good vibes. Dispersing the good vibes all around your presence, all around your aura, and just, you are all healed.